I've always wondered how it will look to have popular superhero figures inside the world of My Hero Academia. With Boku no Hero's unique style, I decided to envision how The Incredibles would look like in that setting. Before we dive in any deeper, I would appreciate it if you guys Detroit smash that like button and the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so you stay notified each time I upload absolutely anything. I'm a published creator myself. You guys can check out my books, Apple Black Volume 1 and 2, available for purchase, or you can read the first early chapters on Saturday AM, where Apple Black is published and serialized. There's also BACASSI on Saturday PM, so links to where you can read all the stuff, all the details you could possibly need, my social media, all that good stuff will be in the description below, including 2 free months of Skillshare. Now, even though I actually haven't seen the latest Incredibles movie, Incredibles 2, I have seen Incredibles 1. It came out, I believe, in 2004, and I am looking forward to seeing the latest Incredibles movie because it got rave reviews, it looks really good, the animation is a step up from when the first one came. It took a while before the sequel came out, so I am looking forward to seeing it, and I will see it very soon. But for those who aren't versed in these characters, you got Mr. Incredible, Jack, Elastigirl, Invisible Girl, and Dash. These characters have powers that are easy to deduce based solely on their names. I mean, he's strong, she's Luffy from a past life, she's invisible, he runs pretty fast, and we're just gonna skip the baby. The goal here is to take these characters and recreate them inside the world of Boku no Hero. Now, I have not read the manga, so I'm not ahead, and I have not actually watched the 3rd season of My Hero Academia, which I plan on watching, so I will get to it, but I have watched the first 2 seasons. And so far in this world of superheroes, I have yet to see like a superhero team that has that family dynamic, your standard family dynamic. And obviously My Hero is, taking things from several other media and stories and things like that that have connections to superhero, this whole superhero genre. I mean, All Might is kind of almost a parody of your typical smiling, superhero, but like obviously there's more to him, and I believe that also has played a role in the way he's been designed, how his eyes are all blackened out. I believe maybe that is to show a little bit of mystery, and there is a lot of mystery to the character. The point is, they're taking a lot from the whole superhero genre, and even in some cases parodying it a little bit, and offering and contributing to that genre in various ways, translating it into the Japanese aesthetic. So we've had heroes like, Fantastic Four, The Incredibles, and I've yet to see stuff like that in My Hero. In this case, in this video, I'm trying to recreate that and take a popular one like in The Incredibles and imagine, how things would play out in the world of My Hero Academia. Obviously, the most I can do is come up with a visual, and that's what this video is going to do, and hopefully use that to make it visually pleasing, as you see me using Photoshop to recreate the Incredibles characters, the Incredibles superheroes inside the world of My Hero Academia. In fact, drawing them in front of UA. Bottom line, the main goal of this was to do something fun, to draw something fun, to draw something you will not see anywhere else, or at least not yet, that you will see first on this channel. And just something that popped up in my head, and I imagined it, and since I can draw a little bit, I decided to bring it to life, at least whatever that means to me. Hopefully my illustration is good enough to where, maybe you guys can take the illustration and, prank your My Hero Academia friends and forums and things like that. Have at it, boss. But also, being a big fan of My Hero, this was fun to do. And if you guys like this video, maybe I do it with other heroes, other superheroes, maybe from the West here in like Marvel and DC, or even back in the East with maybe a Saitama and seeing how that will play out. Maybe Saitama versus All Might, something. I don't know. You guys can leave comments, requests, whatever, thoughts, all sorts of things in the comments below, and I'll be reading those and checking out the most interesting ones. One thing I thought would be fun while I was drawing this would be to come up with scenarios of how the Incredibles would fit into a world like this, a world with these characters like Midoriya and Todoroki and Bakugo and the teachers, the pros, the villains and stuff like that. And what kind of storyline would you feel would be the most appropriate, would be the best way to introduce characters like these, if this ever happened, which I think would be amazing. But characters like these in the world, how would you write it? If you were the writer and they gave you a bunch of money to do it, what would you come up with? If I were to come up with an idea right here on the spot, I'll do something where, I keep the Incredibles on a pedestal to a degree, maybe make them a famous family in that world, to where the students kind of know about them vaguely to a degree, and they're like super celebrities. Even though maybe they're not heroes just for the sake of being celebrities, they're heroes for the right reasons. But I'll have them on that pedestal, and I'll have them tangle up, and everybody will kind of like fangirl out. You can do a lot of fun stuff with that, but that's how I introduced them to the world. They'd be like a famous family, and maybe they just moved into town from America. And because so far another thing I haven't seen is like heroes from other countries, if those exist, but maybe they've talked about it and I wasn't paying attention. But you can have that, and maybe just Dash moves to UA because secretly he's been a little troublesome for the family, and behind the scenes there's a lot of turmoil. In front of the cameras, the family looks like a happy-go-lucky family, but they're known as a family unit that works together, and they, in front of the camera, they look perfect. But then maybe there's some trouble with Dash, so they transfer him to UA to maybe, fix him up, and that's where you then throw in characters like Deku and Midoriya and stuff like that. And, oh, your dad is Mr. Incredible, and blah, 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 blah. You do some really cool stuff in there. You definitely have to have something that involves Dash and Lita running or racing or something like that, because if you don't, it's just a missed opportunity. Leave in the comments who you think would win, by the way. When the main characters interact with Dash, and maybe not just Dash and Invisible Girl, so interact with both of them, it will kind of like foreshadow or hint at the fact that the family isn't perfect. Maybe they're so gung-ho about their like Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl, and like, what's up, like, talk to us about them, your dad is this, your mom, and maybe they're not into it because there's cracks in family. Somehow you can get like villains involved and some kind of turmoil that ensues to where the rest of the family does get involved, and then they have to maybe go on a mission. And through the interactions with the main characters like a Deku, like a Midoriya, Todoroki, Ochako, All Might, and maybe some of the teachers, pros, maybe even villains, during this whole adventure, they could learn from the UA students and the teachers, even though at first I can imagine someone like a Deku would want to learn a lot from a character like Mr. Incredible, because again, I would have something in there that would involve Mr. Incredible and All Might facing off. Again, if you don't do stuff like that, that's just a missed opportunity, because I feel like elements of All Might are from characters like a Mr. Incredible, like that typical idea of what a superhero would look like, smiling, big, strong. I feel like both characters are influenced from the same pot. So again, leave in the comments who you think would win the fight. But then again, maybe in that pursuit of learning, being a sponge and wanting to learn from this All Might-like hero, Mr. Incredible himself learns from Deku in some way, and just from the whole setting, I would put like a villain, a Stain-like villain, if not Stain, because you can imagine someone like Stain would hate them, right? Just as much as he hates the other heroes in this world setting because of how vain they seem to be. In the world of the Incredibles, I believe, there is that sense of celebrity with them. They have like a fashion designer coming up with their suits, and it just screams of celebrity, and even like the villain of the first series, who, well, I don't want to spoil things, but point is, in the first movie of the Incredibles, like, there is that fanboy, fangirlish thing of the superheroes and them kind of enjoying it to a degree. So it's very similar to the world of My Hero. That's why I thought of this whole thing to put it together. And that's kind of like what I'll have if a series, or maybe they did a movie. That's kind of what I'll do, and that's how it involve them. And so characters like Dash would learn from it if he was the reason why there was a crack in the family. So he'd learn from the whole experience. Maybe Mr. Incredible will learn as well in the process as Deku is trying to learn from him. Maybe Deku then teaches him something, so maybe he's not as perfect as the students think he is. They solve whatever turmoil is in place based off of the villain that I have in place. So obviously my idea is very loose, open, and maybe you guys in the comments can fill in the gaps. Leave comments on how you would do it. Leave comments on what you would do to improve my idea or put my idea together, because right now it's kind of a mess. Or thoughts on my idea, or thoughts on your idea if you think it's trash, whatever. I'm all ears to, pay attention to like the interesting comments in the description, because writing, I think writing can be really fun, and coming up with ideas like this can be really fun. It's basically fan fiction, and fan fiction is really how I started doing what I do, putting fan fiction online and getting, for the most part, very positive feedback. It kind of made me feel more confident to write my own stuff. And sometimes I forget that, and honestly, just talking about this kind of takes me back to when I was writing fan fiction online, like anime manga fan fiction, and people were liking it. And that's kind of when I was like, I always thought I could write and illustrate my own comic. I just need to learn a couple things. But that was the first time I thought, like, maybe I can do this. And because these are people I didn't know, these are just people online. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if other missed opportunities you feel like I haven't even touched at all, if those worlds did collide. And let me know what other heroes you think would fit in a world like this, or maybe some other ideas where maybe we take characters into another series besides just My Hero Academia. Or vice versa, bringing something, for instance, like Teen Titans to an MHA. So yeah, this has been my idea. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this illustration as well. You can kind of slowly follow the process. We went from sketch to inking for doing the line works, putting in the flats, putting in the colors, the lighting, the shading, putting in any extra gradients that needed to be put in there, and compositing to give it that final look after putting like a background in the back. The background is actually taken straight from the anime, because with the goal of this, I wanted to make it's kind of like meme art. So have fun trying to maybe prank friends of yours, even if it's just for a little bit. Maybe they'll fall for it. But yeah, you guys can let me know what you thought about the illustration. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my other videos. I have other videos where I explore other art styles. I have videos where I talk about how to create your own comics and all sorts of fun stuff. I really hope you guys check out my channel. Detroit, smash that like button. Detroit, smash the subscribe button. Detroit, smash the bell so you guys stay notified each time I upload absolutely anything. Check out my books, social media, Saturday AM, which I feel we're kind of like trying to be the Western, homegrown, global Shonen Jump-like digital magazine. Check out Saturday PM, which is the same thing but a little more mature. And, you know, all the links you could possibly need to be in the description below. It's my manga, and I'm out.